Hi,
Hola,
girlfriend.
how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
She got her butterflies. Did you swim with the dolphins?
I did not.
You
Now, there was an
didn't.
excursion to swim with the dolphins that was planned. So that was from Cozumel, and it rained what,
Oh
before our
no.
it rained before our arrival. It rained the morning of. There were a couple of hours where there was no rain, and then by the time the excursion ended, it was pouring raining. But that's not why I didn't go. So there was a question of what you swim in. Is it your own personal suit, or do they provide you with a wetsuit? Um,
Oh.
we were under the impression that they were going to provide wetsuits, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not go and embarrass myself by trying to squeeze all of this loveliness into a wetsuit. I was like,
Yeah,
that's a lot of working out. Who
no.
wants to do that much working out?
That's the excursion right there, getting
That
into the
is
suit.
definitely it. So, and my roommate, she tried. Her name is Shells. She tried. She was like, "Well, let's see. Nope, I don't do the what if factor. What if I can't fit it? What if it don't work? What if I?" No, I
So
told
what
her,
did you was this a cruise?
mm, "Yep." And so, but it was a lot of fun, definitely. I'm I, I would love to do it again. It was long. It was like most cruises I've been on have been 5 day, 4 day. I think I've done a 3 day, Um, this one right here was forever. The next one is even longer. I think it's going to be 11, 12 days or something. But we
What
started
you're
planning
going
in
on another cruise?
so I have two cruises, one in 2026 and one in 2027. So they are very peaceful, great way to relax. Obviously I've been through a lot with my mental health. And so my therapist and my psychiatrist, they were looking forward to this more than me. They had me loaded up. I had workbooks. Um, I had an app. So the app, when I'm supposed to do it every day, but once you fill it out, answer all the questions, there's a mood tracker. You get an assignment, homework assignment. It reports back to the therapist, the psychiatrist, not therapist. And
Yeah.
so there was an incident, and we were real quick to try and figure out, what occurred that caused the, as they call it, PTSD moment. And all the information went back, and they were able to create an emergency, like, virtual session and stuff. So use the tools if they're there.
Wow.
Um, but like when I was doing everything I was supposed to, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. So that's probably the biggest contributing factor. I was having fun, and
Yeah.
so I hadn't pulled out my workbook for like a day or two, and I wasn't being mindful. So just being mindful and following the rules and things, just kept me.
So
um,
was this a
but
crafting cruise or just
yeah, so we were the cross stitch. I call them my cross stitch queens. And so we had a ton of fun. Obviously,
anybody
we
I
had an
know?
area, huh?
Anybody I know?
You know them all. No one
Well, how
didn't.
come I didn't hear
Look,
about this? Who
it
was
was
it?
Rochelle. So Sweets, Deanne, Shelly Marquez, Marianne, um, our whole group. Shalene's in the group. You know the whole crew. You
Shalene
know,
went?
she didn't go on this one. Now she
Oh,
is
okay.
saying that she'll be on, our 2027 one. She wants to attend and stuff. But yeah, I call them my stitching queens, and
Nice.
it's a big group, of us and stuff. They started planning it. I believe we started in 2023, and so towards the end, So it's
Yeah.
nice when it finally comes to fruition, you know. And then, Rachel Ray and Care Bear, they have a cruise that they are piecing together. That's for 2026. And then the Stitching Queens. Now this is going to be a bigger crew because once we got this initial one out the
Of
way,
course. Yeah.
um, but the crew is planning to go. It's like mostly all the queens, so I think that's going to be fun. They did have a cross stitch pattern for the cruise,
Oh, nice.
but Tia wasn't working on that cross stitch pattern because my roommate and nurse Shelly, she's supposed to get me set up, and we had some misses and things. So I brought my Carolyn Manning, but I got, I mean, we clocked our stitches every day. We had
Did you
an
see the
area.
one did you see the one I started?
I did.
Yeah.
Are you going to now I'm trying to make a trip to Joann's today. We finally got the hit here. It was, we were hearing about it that they were closing, but our
All
store
the
was like
stores.
business as
All the
usual.
stores. Yeah.
And now when they made that announcement, it took about 2 days. And then now our website and everything, all the signage and stuff locally, it's saying, yep, we closing too.
But
So
I mean, I went there, I don't know, a month or so ago, and what they are doing was just not restocking the shelves. They haven't been restocking for a while, so you go in there, there's boxes everywhere. None of the prices are really sale prices, like 25% off. That's their usual sale price. There's not like, everything must go. It's not like that. I don't know why they're not doing that, but yeah.
I'm not, I don't know. It's up to some of the stuff is up to 70% off. So I'm trying to get a trip together with Shells today to head out to look at floss because we have a Disney project. It's going to probably be 5 to 10 years in the making that we want to do, but it's a lot of customization because it's not full coverage. So because it's not full coverage, I got the the glitter fabric. I want more of the metallic and glitter floss.
Yeah.
We do have Stitcher's Paradise here, and that's where I go when I need any cross stitch crafts, but they're closing. So,
Citrus Paradise is closing too?
No, not Stitcher. I mean,
okay.
So Joann's is closing. So obviously I'm going to check there first. They have clay and clay items also. So I'll check there. I know, let's see.
I feel like I need to run over there and just see if, let me just look on my phone. Hold on.
Trying to see if I have my project close to show.
All stores closing, take up to 40% off store wide. All yarns 25% off. That's not a big deal. But their holiday stuff is 70% off.
70% off.
Stuff. Yeah.
All stores are closing. So that's the sad part.
But the yarn that I'm interested in purchasing, I don't think they'll ever put it on sale.
So for silver, this is the Carolyn Manning pattern.
That's beautiful.
Let me see. Oops. I almost messed my iPad up. Good thing I need a new one.
Don't throw it around.
I'm trying to get a new one. I'm on page 2 of 7. So.
Well, that's not bad.
Mm-mm.
Hey, if I ever got to page 2 of a pattern, it was like time to celebrate.
It's mostly, I don't have, because I put it in my other room, but it's mostly this first quadrant right here.
Okay, yeah. That's doable.
Yeah.
So what, did they have a room for you guys to gather in to get together every day, or?
Every day. They went up on the Lido deck. They had their little space, their area off in the corner, and we entertained, questions. People came up. They were interested. Sweets. She would get up out her seat and help configure patterns and stuff. It was just a lot of fun.
Nice.
It was very relaxing though. So sitting there, talking. Sometimes I'm the type, I'm a fairy butterfly. So I had to flit off. And a lot of times I would just be everywhere. I was a lot of places by myself.
See, that's what I want to purchase, but I want it to be on sale.
I don't
$8.99.
think the sales are great yet on yarn.
Yeah,
So I don't know if they have,
that's
contracts in place
if
yet.
they took it down to $5, then I would purchase it. But
I saw that this morning. Like I
yeah,
didn't feel the yarn was at a great place. Even the floss. The floss is 49 cents, and I'm like, a good sale for me. Bring it down to 30, 25,
right. I
20.
mean, if you're going out of business, why are you
Yeah,
still
you're
trying
going
to
out
make
of
a profit?
business. Make what
They're
you
still
can.
making a profit at those prices.
So exactly. And so I didn't feel the floss was at a good price point yet. And I'm waiting for it to get down. Clay is though. So a pack of clay that's $3.79 is running for like $2.40 right now. That's pretty good. It's very rare to find it below $2.50. I think that's what you get it for.
Well, yeah, go pick up what you can. Definitely.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and obviously you got to go in person because their inventories aren't updating like they should. So
Right.
I just have to go and see what I can get.
And you might have to go through some boxes.
So it says I have seen a Carolyn Manning or two that I like. I like that with her, it's limited backstitching, it's limited fractionals. It's just making X's, you just, and so the pattern does come out because you're swapping out the floss, but I love that you're just making X's.
So we got to talk about our retreat. Are you driving, flying? What are we doing here?
I haven't fully decided, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably just gonna fly in.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
got my car fixed though.
Oh, well, that's good. I did. Yeah. So what ended up being wrong with it?
They needed a new starter.
Really?
Yeah, $600
for a starter. What kind? It's a foreign car though, right?
Toyota.
Yeah, foreign made.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be a little expensive, but Toyotas are good running cars. So once you get fixed up, did you get everything checked out when they did that? Like an overhaul, new spark plugs, new distributor cap, new serpentine belt.
Okay. I can't afford all that.
I know.
Girl, come
on. When you go to get an oil change, get like a point inspection where they're at least checking those things.
Before I take off, I will do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And they can tell you, especially with the belt, you want to see how much cracking is on the edges and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to have
Silver. Joanna's went out of business. Joanna's a brick and mortar store, and brick and mortars are having a really, really tough time staying in business. It's very expensive to run a physical store versus all these online. Everybody's buying Temu and I mean, you can get any of Joann's yarn online. You don't have to go to the store. I guess if you want to look at the fabric, I mean, I think a lot of the fabric people are going to miss going and actually touching the fabric and looking at the fabric in person. But, it's happening to a lot of stores that have a storefront. Unfortunately, I mean, it even happened in the diamond painting industry. The one family we knew with a storefront, they just couldn't sustain it.
Yeah, they tried though. They pulled miracles out of their pockets out there.
It's tough. It's very, very expensive. You've got to have insurance. You've got to just the rent on a place is, it's just way easier to do it online.
And it's also easier to build inventory if you can, so that you're not dealing with, too much drop shipping and things.
Right.
Now, you got to figure out where stuff is coming from and things. So what have you been up to? What are you working on? I know you're doing your watercolor.
Well, did you hear me? Did you hear I got a job?
I did see that you informed us. Congratulations. I didn't want to bring it up if you didn't want to talk about it, So you're excited.
I am. It's going to be fun. I'm going to meet people there. If you catch my drift, girl.
I agree.
This is better than online, okay? Because I get to see my person. And they've already passed test number 1. They're going to a baseball game. So they probably know what baseball is. So
That is the one thing that I learned is being in person. You know, I work from home, and so I'm always home. I don't get
Right. I don't
out
get
much.
out. Yeah.
So on this cruise, oh my gosh. So I usually get myself in trouble because I'm a flirt, you know, and
But
I'm
aren't
like,
the
oh,
men usually all married on those cruises? Like they don't say single guys
so
don't go, hey, I'm gonna go on a cruise.
there's this new concept. It's called a cruise bay. And I didn't know anything about it until I started being asked. I had asked the girls because I had been asked to be a cruise bay. And then I asked them, I was like, what is a cruise bay? Now, to me, that sounds like a boat, you know,
Yeah,
cruiser
what is
bay,
it?
you the boo, you the bay for the entirety of the cruise. So you are plucked down in the middle of a relationship for the entirety of the cruise. It's a series basically of one night stands. But you got somebody to go to all the cruise activities and excursions with.
And who matches you up?
No, they asked you. They like come up and ask you directly. I was asked directly, and I'm like, well, I don't know what that
So
is.
they're pimping people out on these boats?
No, they're not. The person who wanted me to be their cruise bay asked me to be their cruise bay. So not the boat themselves. That's just on the cruise when it happened.
So
And
some
I'm like,
rando guy comes up to you and says, would you like to
let
be
me
my
talking. So I was sitting off. Remember, I don't have a problem going and flitting around and sitting off by myself. I was by myself for a few hours, just sitting. Have to have my time to reflect, and get one with my thoughts and things. So I was sitting there. At that point, I think I was working in one of my workbooks, and I was sitting by the deck where the sun was coming in. And so I had talked to one gentleman. He was older. Everyone thought he was a little too old. He was in his 70s. And then another gentleman, he was about my age, 29 and change. And I talked to the one gentleman for a while. Then I was talking to the second one. The second one is the one that introduced the term. And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I was packing up because I had to get to dinner. And I said, but I'll talk to you tomorrow. So at dinner, I asked, what's a cruise bay? And nobody knew. Now, Deanne brought her husband, and he was the
Google,
only one
Google doesn't even know.
he was the only one that was kind of close and said, I think he's asking for more than just somebody to hang out with and things. So the next day, I clarified. And I got, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, I'm not sleeping with anybody that I just met. I didn't know that that's what a cruise bay was. And this guy was 29 and changed. Like, it was very,
Girl, you would have had a good time.
no, you silly. You sound,
Come on.
you sound,
29. Are you
he
kidding
was
me?
very, very young. And I was in shock.
He's
But
not asking you to marry him, just to have a weekend, just a little fling.
it wasn't a weekend. You know how long I was gone?
How long was this cruise?
7 days, I think. 8 days. Yeah. No, 7 days.
But on the other hand, like if the sex
We got
is
off the
really,
boat on the 8th day. That's it.
if the sex is really bad, you don't have an out. You are stuck on the cruise ship with this
On the cruise with somebody, yeah.
Yeah, that you'd like to just tip over the edge, No.
Correct.
That's,
So, I mean, you're learning stuff, though, I
yeah.
definitely didn't know. And that was interesting information. I applauded the honesty. I definitely applauded the approach. I was feeling half my age, and I had to get my sense about me. I was like, oh, wow. But I will say, like, we did the dating challenge last year, and we went online, and we gave it 6 full months of horrible torture, trying to online date. And I will say, just getting out there and just being in a place where people can meet you and introduce themselves to you is probably just the best way to go. At least it was for me.
Yeah, so apparently it is a thing, cruise bay. Slang for cruise boyfriend / girlfriend. Yeah.
Silver says sounds a bit dodgy to me, but yeah, if a 29-year-old asked me out, I would say your mama lets you stay out. Well,
She gonna be changing your diapers.
one thing he did not do is ask me my age. So he didn't have a clear idea of like specifics. Now, I did say that I had roommates that used to be called my kids. I did say that. But you guys know I don't put a number to my age at all. Um, I definitely don't put a number to my age. So I think that's a good thing. But I mean, we had a lot of fun last year online dating. This would have been a great time to meet people in person and stuff. The problem is, like in the Cayman Islands, I did explore the island. I had a lot of fun, but everybody want to get married, and apparently, there's the incentive is that there's no taxes. And so in the Cayman Islands, it was nothing for them to like approach. How you doing? Such a beautiful woman. You look so beautiful. Are you a single woman? I'm single. We could get married. Do you know that there's no taxes here? And I'm like, that's the selling point. That's the selling point is that there's no taxes. So green card galore when you get off and you're exploring,
Oh my God.
But there was some.
I just have to say, the Bibliophile Puzzler is here. She's in your chat, but girl, if you go back to the beginning of this show today, I was asking about you because I haven't seen you in so long and I was worried about you, and I'm glad you're okay. Robin's there.
I appreciate that. I am doing a lot better. For your audience, they probably, if they don't come to my show, they don't know. I had sort of a mental breakdown. Have been doing a lot. I had a mini stroke and then followed not too long after by the death of my brother. And, it was a suspicious death. And so because of that, it just was hard, I think, going through what I was going through to manage my way through it and stuff. And so,
you
it was
didn't
hard
go back to work yet, did you?
Huh?
Did you go back to work?
No, I'm still off from work. But my leave was extended. And so it was hard to manage through and things. So I definitely appreciate the love, a lot of support. You guys checking on me. I do. Thank you so much. I am, getting a little bit better. My doctor is switching. I've been on a lot of medication, and so my doctor is in the process right now switching me to a different set of medication. They just, I think, want to monitor and see, what occurs, what side effects, what's still happening, and what the healing is looking like. So, But I am feeling much better. I'm on my way back. And
because we've missed you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do. So I'm smiling a lot more. Obviously, I wasn't doing a lot of smiling. And so now that I'm smiling a whole lot more, it's giving me more energy to do things. I got to a point where, I just didn't have it in me to do anything but stay in this bed behind me. So I'm coming back around.
Good.
And you?
Me? How have I been?
Yeah.
Good. My sister will be moving out shortly whenever she finds a place, but she's actively looking. And she's on a wait list somewhere. So it's actually going to happen. So we're planning for that move. And then I'm still decluttering my house, trying to get rid of a lot of stuff that I have that I don't need anymore or use anymore. And I do plan to do travel. I've been doing a lot of YouTubing and stuff, and I don't want to build my own van. Or, I'm like, I just want to purchase it. I don't want to have to build it. Give me something with, I don't know. So, but now I got the car up and running. I I want to give myself the rest of this year to get ready to do something like that. But I do want to at least travel to
I
see
think
a
that's a
couple
good
of
idea.
trials live. There's one going to go up and right after the retreat. There's a trial scheduled over in Colorado that I might try to get over there too.
Really? So you're gonna like hang out outside the courthouse and be like, "Hi, reporting to you live. This is Rebecca Schilling, and what we're
Well,
gonna be."
what I would do is attend the trial during the day and then do a live at night and recap what happened during the day. Yeah. It's a very interesting trial, the one that's going on in Colorado. The man, it was a dentist. Was he a dentist? I think he was a dentist. Anyway, poisoned his wife. And they didn't catch on for a while until after she was dead. Then they finally caught on. Yeah.
Poison. I don't understand, how, I mean, you spend so much time with someone and stuff, and I don't understand how you could get like to a point where you rather see them off the face of the earth than to just pack up and leave. I woke up one night and I was watching Dateline,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's all of Dateline's cases is. And it's so shocking to see, like, oh, they had such a loving relationship, and they had 4.2 kids. They have a beautiful house, a $1.3 million house. He got a great job. She don't have nothing to do but cook, clean, and have sex, and he's not happy. I just wonder about that. Like where it comes, and it's always another person somewhere lurking in the back. Like we got this age.
Oh, exactly. In this case in Colorado, of course, there was another woman.
It's always been someone, and they happy. These women are happy to wait their turn and try and get into the shoes of the. I just don't understand. Like whatever happened to
Because
decorum.
he will do to you what he is doing to her. Hello.
Yeah,
Especially if you think he's going to get away with it.
I would be scared if a man is willing to go to those lengths.
I'd be like, I'll be doing all the cooking, okay?
I got
Get out my
to move
kitchen.
on. Yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't be willing to wait my turn to get into a whole other person's shoes either. I just can't. I don't have side chick energy at all. I'm enough, as it is, these shoulders, and I just don't have side chick energy. I can't be patient. I can't covet. Like you can have all the riches. They yours, because in the end, he got to share it anyway. Like you think he's just gonna be able to walk out? That's why they kill him, because they don't want to share it. They don't want the ex to get any portion of the life they helped to build. So it's crazy. Silver says, I would want to walk in. I wouldn't want to walk in the shoes of a dead woman. I know, I wouldn't either. But they'd be okay with it.
Have you watched that Scamanda show?
No, I think, did you send something about it this morning?
Yes, Scamanda. It's on Hulu. I watch it on Disney Plus because I don't have Hulu, but and it's a multiple part series, but she faked having cancer. But that's what she did. She marries this guy who's already, when she meets him, he's already married. He's got 2 kids. Mom hired her to be the daughter's cheerleading coach. Next thing you know, she's boinking daddy. So they get married and then disparage the first wife enough to where they get custody of the child, one of the 2 children. And then they have 2 of their own children. And then she starts faking this cancer.
It sounds like it's going to be a good series. I'm going to have to tune in and watch
it out. Check it out. Yeah.
And I have Hulu, so I'll check on both. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll stay tuned, guys, so you can get some updates on how we are reviewing this. But to end our dating saga, dating in person is much better.
Yeah.
Have you met anybody lately?
No. I don't go anywhere. Where am I going to meet anybody? At the grocery store?
That's how I was, But obviously, I had
Well,
a
that's
little
why I'm
too much
excited
on. Like I
I'm
had, you know
excited
how
about
stuff
the
fall out.
games. You know, I get a little section of the stadium that'll be my section, and if I see a guy, I'm like, hey, you want to be in my, let me
This
hook
is
you
my
up. I got a
flirting
better
buddy
seat
right here,
than the one you
guys.
bought.
Nobody flirts more than me, but Rebecca.
Heck yeah!
Uh,
Bye,
so,
bye, Robin.
hi,
Thanks for coming
Robin.
by.
So I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a ball at this new job.
Yeah, and it's not,
Good.
it's like 50 hours a month. But then when baseball season's over, I can go over to the arena and work hockey games. I'm gonna try to get over there. So I'll meet maybe a baseball dude or a hockey dude, or maybe a guy like baseball and hockey. So
Well, baseball don't end until October, so
I know.
ooh, you got to have a full season.
Well, yeah, but it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. And it's all a bunch of retirees. He's like, oh, we got a place, like a cooling station. If you get overheated, you can go to this place and take a break and cool down. And I'm like, it'll be good. So because the day games there's only 2 games a week that are day games, so
Denise is like, oh, hockey dudes.
yeah. the guys with no teeth.
And the ones they fight,
Yeah.
so you can't tick any of them off. Where you going? Don't worry about where I'm sorry, I forgot. You the boyfriend on the hockey team.
Right. Oh boy.
Silver said, if I had an American fantasy, it would have to be a cowboy. Silver!
Honey, there's no such thing. There's no more real cowboys. Okay, that only exists in a Clint Eastwood movie. There's no more real cowboys. If there are, they're in Texas, and you don't want to go to Texas. It's a different country down there. Okay.
She is definitely one of your subscribers. She loves men. She loves horses. So a cowboy it is. That sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know. When we were doing our road trip last year, that was something that I think that when we were going to pull over to one of the bars, all of the biker men that were at the bar was booed up. They were sitting outside, and we saw all these motorcycles as we were pulling up. And I see the guys, and they sitting with their girl, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to be any fun to pull up, try and hit on biker, men, and they're already there with their significant other.
Yeah.
So we kept driving past.
You don't want to go on a road trip with me this year? No, she wants to fly. You're going to go ahead of time, though, right?
I am still going ahead of time because I'm going to do the sister's trip, the retreat. I'm still supposed to be going to see my buddy. I haven't seen him in over a year. Billy.
Okay.
And then I may
talk to you at all.
Like we do through Messenger and chat real quick, but like I haven't talked to him, like sat down and talked. I sent him a message yesterday and told him, because he had messaged, and I said, I'll be catching you up. I don't know how much he knows or remembers. I think he knows about the mini stroke, but I haven't talked to him since like my brother passed and stuff. Like talked to him on the phone and stuff. So I told him I would be calling him this week and I'll be catching him up. He does have new hours at work, which I didn't know about, so that's helpful.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, just missing him. I was thinking about how we used to go back and forth like challenges and stuff. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. Just different techniques and stuff. We used to spend hours like, oh, I'm gonna try this. Oh, I saw this video. Oh, I saw that video.
I wonder if he's still doing all of his crafts.
That I know that he was still diamond painting, but I mean, we were in the cross stitch as well.
And he
hadn't gotten back into cross stitch. So, and then we were talking about before me and Rochelle were going to do a Lego collab. He and I was talking about doing something Legos. He does still have the Enterprise, and
Oh,
it's he had a lot accomplished on that though. So there's no way I would have started,
did you
in a
see the
project.
Lover House I'm going to do?
I did. I
That's
did see
cool, isn't
that.
it?
It is. It is. What is it was someone told me that one of the Disney princesses, Disney houses or something like that is going to Beauty and the Beast. I think they're going to do like the full Beauty and the Beast castle
Oh,
2 and
wow.
2. hmm
Nice.
So that's going to be amazing, and we'll see.
Hello, Bella. Welcome.
So we had some ideas about. You remember how you did the flower? So I got a flower for Christmas, a
Yes.
Lego flower for Christmas, and I was trying to get a few more people to kind of invest in a Lego flower because I had some good ideas when I was meeting up with people. And they were talking about they get them. I met someone at Target one night, and they said that they are trying to get all the flowers. They're buying those little felt swabs, and they're putting essential oils on them, and they're able to reuse now or have new ideas on how to use their Scentsy essential oils and things. And I
Oh,
said, a
okay.
lot of people a few years ago, we did get into, the Scentsy candle wax and things. So
Yeah.
we got
Yeah.
burners and stuff. And then they came out with a line of essential oils. What do you do with that? So what we do with that is, we get the felt and we use our Lego projects, to kind of add fragrance to our flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a good idea. Silver says I have to repeat cross stitch whenever I think of being curious enough to purchase. I
Send me no new
do not
hobby.
need another hobby.
Well, I've got some bookends that are a steampunk train, but the middle of it is where you put books. And then I've got another flower. I've got a log cabin. And then this past week, I actually, before I found out I had to spend all that money on the car, I thought, oh, I'll just make a $20 purchase for the month. And I bought the Cullen House
Oh, the
from
color house. That's
Twilight.
nice. With the
Yeah.
glass, yeah, from Twilight.
Yeah.
That's
That would
going
be
to be
fun.
nice.
Yeah.
How many pieces?
Oh, they don't even say like the Lover House. It's 1,426 pieces.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you saw the ski slope.
I did not see the ski slope.
Oh,
Now, when I was in
I'm
when I
not.
was in New Orleans,
I'm almost done with it.
look at you.
There's the ski slope.
You are doing well. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in New Orleans, we went to a cross stitch store there. The lady actually, so sweet, she hooked it up. The lady actually opened up for a special on a Sunday because she was going to be closed, so that
Yeah.
we could explore the store, and they had the most beautiful cross stitch patterns of like plantations and old like 1700, 1800 plantation homes. It was nice to
Wow.
include their now, a lot of New Orleans landscaping and architecture is based on like old French
French
style.
style. Yeah. Yeah.
So they had the trellis work where these patterns, were showing the fences and the trellises, and they put in like special floss to enhance it, metallics. It looks so gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. So I definitely, obviously, want to go back and shop there and try and get. So they have one that was a big giant. She had already finished it and put it in a frame. It was gorgeous, but it was like an 1800 plantation with the trellis and the fence work around it, and they used metallic and glitter floss to enhance that gate around it, and it just really brought it out. So I
Wow.
would love to go back and if nothing else, take pictures. I didn't take any pictures while I was there,
Yeah.
but we were tired. It was cold. It was rainy. So the last few days on the ship, the weather had turned. It turned cold. We was coming from exotic islands, coming back to the States, and it was just freezing cold. But I didn't get sick. I'm here, and that was great.
I just have to send this text.
It says you sending it to me.
Now, this this person just told me they have a girlfriend that I know. Like awkward. Okay. Why are you telling me that?
How does that work?
I thought it was me.
We're talking, we're texting. All of a sudden, you have a girlfriend, and I know her.
Yeah. Because
Y'all don't go together no
one
more.
time he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, yeah, no.
Well, they don't go together no more, especially if she watch your show.
Because it's
What a way to find out.
there's
Wait a
quite
minute
an
now.
age difference. This is a young guy, so like,
Oh, yeah. Well, see,
yeah.
with those, that's why I had to be careful. I did have people that weren't looking for green cards that kind of hit on me. Also, that was exciting. It was exciting seeing somebody, display interest and stuff. There was one guy, he just kept sitting. Every time I went to a show, I would look to my left and he was off to my left. And so we were sitting outside
That's creepy.
That's what
He's
shows would say.
following you.
I called him my Bama stalker. He's from Alabama, and he just was every time I turned around, he was there, and he was. So I said, "Are you just gonna keep following me?" And he was like, "Well, it's I didn't mean to." He never denied that he was doing that, and I was like, "Well, why didn't you just ask me a question or say something?" I said, just sitting there doing like this, that's scary.
Yeah.
So after that, he did start to, communicate and stuff. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna see you at this show. So then I had a person to sit with at the shows and things.
So did you get his? Oh, she did have a cruise bay.
No, cruise bay means something different.
To a lesser extent. Okay.
I don't.
Did you get his number? Like, where's he live? Did you get his number? Or anything?
Oh yeah, we did exchange numbers. He lives in
Nice.
Alabama. Mm-hmm. So, and then I met someone who, they tried to risk everything. Like they work on the boat, and yeah, they were coming out from behind stations, showing up at dinner. Like there were a couple of times where I didn't go to dinner because I'm out flitting around like a little butterfly,
Yeah.
And so my crew was like, who's that? And this person is, looking for you. And they thought that it was nice. I did too. I thought it was really nice, but I'm like, you're gonna get fired. Get back to your station.
Right.
So we had a board outside our door and we put up duckies. And I gave out rubber duckies for smiles and, beautiful stories. Like kids really they were coming to tell me their stories and how they liked the ship and stuff. And it was just making my day.
And you would give them a rubber ducky?
I was giving out rubber duckies.
Oh,
and
so cute.
We had a rubber ducky board where you could write on it. And he was leaving, messages, meet me here. I'm going to be here on the board. And I was like, it's going up. He's going too far.
Now you wonder if he does that for every cruise. Like, okay, this is the one for this.
I wouldn't be mad because
yeah,
we talked to a lot of the staff and their stories were gut wrenching. So they're on the boats for 7 months.
Really?
And then when their 7-month tenure ends, and they work all day, every day. So they'll
7 days a week.
The whole time that they're on the cruise.
Wow.
Sun up. So if you are tending to the food, you probably start about 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:30, 7 o'clock. You may have a break in between, breakfast and lunch, and another break between lunch and dinner. And then you're there until you shut the kitchen and everything down. So you're there around the clock, you go to bed, get up the next day, do the same thing. So
not for me. No.
For 7 months.
No.
Then when you get off the boat, you have 2 months. Some people get a third month, but they don't find out until they're home. Hey, because this ship, we don't have a break in it until such as you're going to be off for 3 months. And then when they report back, they're reporting back to a whole new ship with all new people. So they're constantly meeting new people and trying to develop new friendships.
Wow.
There's no like, yeah, I've been working with him for 10 years type of thing. Everybody is just getting to know one another and stuff. So they give up a lot. Obviously the pay is great
It would
for
have to be. It would have to be. Yeah.
for where they're coming from. So many
Right.
of them were
In their
from other
industry.
countries.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It may not be great money for someone from the United States, but it's probably great money from someone coming from a smaller, nation. And they're able to send money back home. One of the biggest things that someone told us was they couldn't wait to get paid so they could shop Amazon. There was a new Barbie that their daughter wanted, and they were going to do everything they could to get it and get it sent to the house. And it was beautiful. But they didn't have the ability to shop for that Barbie where they were from, and they wouldn't be home in order
Yeah.
to. Mhm.
Yeah.
So those are beautiful stories. I'm all about networking and getting to know people. And I heard story after story after story. When I was in the Cayman Islands, um, I walked the island. I got to meet the people that were working, and I'm thinking, oh wow, so much building going on. I'm thinking it's great, and I started to hear that they got hit by Ivan, and they had lost these buildings,
Hmm.
and these are rebuilds, not new construction, and
Wow.
that they lost power and food and ways of life for 4 to 5 months, and that people from Canada and the United States came down to help them, to help rebuild, to bring whatever expertise they could. Someone might
Yeah.
have been to the island and visited, loved it, and felt horrible when they heard it on the news. So they showed up to see what they could do and things. So these were the stories that I, kind of enjoyed. Those were the people that I, really appreciated getting to know and things, because I didn't know that. I knew that, a lot of people have been hit hard by the
Yeah.
hurricane, but I didn't realize how detrimental it was and who it impacted. And so, I got to experience it firsthand, by just speaking with people, walking in the hot heat. I was sweating, but I still had a good time, listening and hearing. There was story after story like that. Women were going out of their way to make extra meals and stuff so that they could share with people who may not have had
Right.
facilities. They may
Right.
not have alternative ways of being able to cook food. And so this was like really for me, to experience it that way. There was an excursion that a few of my crew went on where they heard the stories as part of the excursion, but I heard it directly from the people who were impacted.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank you.
Oh. So before we go, because we only have a few more minutes, let me finish showing everybody Facebook, because we got to show off those works of art you guys are working on. Oh, let me get rid of this message thing first here. Okay. Go back to the groups. Are we on groups? Where's the groups? Oh, up here. Duh. Okay, I hope you guys posted your stuff. So let me share the screen. Okay. And there's Mickey's painting. Love it. Mickey did that digital art. Isn't that pretty?
Vicky
Okay.
has been studying left and right. She's
And
been sending me her professor's information. So she's a student of YouTube University.
yes.
and
So this is
she has
actually a cross stitch that I gave to this person. She won
look
it.
at that.
And it's funny because it doesn't look anything like what they said it was going to be. It's supposed to look like a snow globe, but it doesn't. It's of weird, but she's really enjoying it though. I like that.
That's a challenge. Like
It
how
is.
to, you know how I like to make water wet in diamond paintings, like how to make something transparent or something in a cross stitch. That would be a challenge for me.
Stephanie just finished this one last night. Y'all are doing the little ones. Cool. That's pretty. I like she put some gold in that. That's very gorgeous. We showed Denise. Let's see. We showed Dawn. We showed Michelle. That's where we left off. Then here's Silver. Okay, here's the art that she's.
Whew,
Do you believe this
silver.
project?
That is gorgeous.
This is I think I have it in Earth Design. I'm not sure, but this is
How
how
many
far she's
colors?
gotten. I love the
Ooh,
cover minder that matches the painting, but she oh, that's great. Look at that.
she's
Wow.
oof,
A lot of work. A lot of
parking.
work.
She parking her stitches. Oof.
Yep. And she's got 3, 4, 5 of those things going all at once,
Yeah,
usually.
I mean, you know, the whips,
Yep.
they get serious.
This is another one of her works in
I
progress.
love the fairy look. Oh,
And there she's up
woo,
there. Let's see. It's part of that
yeah,
bird.
look
She
at
started
her.
part of the bird.
That's
It's
gorgeous.
beautiful. Silver, you've been doing good work.
She sure is.
And this one is Tammy. Where's Tammy? Go back to Tammy. What's Tammy? Oh, Tammy's doing. Oh, she's almost done with this landscape. It's so pretty. Alan Gianna is the artist. Beach Days.
Look at that.
It's gorgeous. And who else we got? Christy. Stained Glass Dachshund by Peggy Collins again. I'm loving me some Peggy Collins. Yeah, very
Hey,
nice.
kids.
Yep.
Wow.
That Peggy Collins that I showed this morning with the cat, oh, so beautiful. Rolo. Anyway, there's Rhonda. What's Rhonda up to? So excited to get this one created. Anyone know which image this is? What is she doing here? I don't know what she's doing. So, is that a 3D printer? What is that?
Roland.
It's printing the diamond painting. Okay.
Is it? Oh.
I guess.
So that's the
See,
new wave of the future where you can just go up. Oh, it is printing. Okay.
yeah, look
That's
at
gonna
that.
be the wave of the future where you can just go up, type your own pick in and print it off and walk away with the print. Oh,
It says Craft Pack Canada. It's an Etsy thing. That's pretty neat. All
that's
right.
gonna be the new wave of
I
the future.
see that. Let me see if there's anything else we missed. Oh,
Be little
yeah.
AI stations everywhere. I was pulling up at a light the other day. I was going grocery shopping
Yeah.
in person. And off to my right was a vehicle, and I'm looking, and the vehicle did not have a driver at
Uh-oh.
all.
Oh, no.
It was being driven, yep, AI. Just, and I'm sitting there like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Should I get ahead of it, or is this one where you want to get behind? I was really like contemplating.
So Jean put this in. My sister put this in. People were asking her what she puts on the border of her paintings. So she gets these from Temu, and they're different kinds, but she'll pick one that matches her paintings, and they're stickers. They have sticker back, and you
Okay.
just use those for borders on your paintings,
Now, that's a good idea.
and they turn out gorgeous when she does it. So, and
So
there's
really good.
Rochelle's Lego. All right, I think we've seen it all. Well, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for
Where'd you
having
go?
me.
Where
I'm
am
right
I?
here.
Where, am I still live? I lost my
Yeah,
StreamYard. Hold on. Wait a minute.
you're
There
still
he
live.
I'm still here. There it
You are
is.
still here.
I lost the StreamYard for a second. Hold on. There we go. Okay, let's get it back there. Oh my goodness, that was weird. That was so weird. Okay, it's back. All right. Thank you guys for coming today. I'm sorry I was not very entertaining. I'm not good company today because my back is
You're
killing
great company.
my back is killing me. Anyway, thank you all. Tonight I'll be live at 7:30 if you want to play Pal World with me. Come join me. Tomorrow night is Build With Me Monday, and I'll be hopefully we'll start the Lover House tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Don't go anywhere, Tia. I'll be right there. Bye, everybody.